Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're on page 285, and today we're not learning anything new. What we are going to be doing is combining our last two lessons. So we're just going to be combining our last two lessons. So we're going to be dividing decimals still. So today I will divide decimals using the correct strategy. Okay, so today we're not learning a new strategy, but what we are going to see is we're going to see questions mixed, and we're going to have to be able to determine what strategy we're going to use. So I'm going to skip down to our two strategies. So we've learned the measuring up strategy. Remember, in the measuring up strategy, that's when we highlighted the dividend. So I might highlight this. That's when we highlighted the dividend. And then we knew how many was in the group, but the unknown was the number of groups. We didn't know how many groups there were going to be. Okay, so in the measuring up strategy, we had to highlight and then count how many was in each group, and then once we did that, we found out how many groups there were. Okay, in the dealing strategy, I did not have us highlight, I had us box in the dividend. And in the dealing strategy, we knew how many groups there were going to be, but what the unknown was the number in each group, the number in each group. So today you're going to have to look at questions and decide what strategy to use. Okay, what strategy to use. Now, when you know the number of groups, a hint is that a number of groups is going to be a whole number. So that is another kind of hint. So you might need to look back at lessons 9 and 10 to help you. But so our steps today say we're going to read the problem, identify the known and unknown information, and then make a plan. So these two things, steps 2 and 3, are going to be based on this. So you're going to say, what do I know and not know? And then your plan's going to be one of these strategies. And then you're going to solve the problem. Okay, so I'm going to get started on mine. And here's my first problem. It says, a clown has 1 1/1400 ounce tube of white face paint. He uses the same amount of paint every time, exactly 0 1900 ounces. How many times can the clown paint his face? Okay, so what's being divided is the face paint. 1 1/1400 face paint is being divided each time into groups of 0 1900 ounces. The question is, how many times or how many groups can we do this? So what I don't know is I don't know the number of groups, which for this specific problem, it's the number of times. But it's still going to be, we put it in groups to have one each time. So that's my unknown. So what strategy did I use when I don't know the number of groups? Well, I could come over here and I could use this to help me, but that's my measuring up strategy. When the unknown is the number of groups, so that's the strategy I'm going to use for this one. Okay, so when I did that strategy, I'm going to highlight my dividend, which is 1 whole. So I have 1 whole. Oops, sorry, friends. I have 1 whole, and then I have 14/100. So I have 10 and then 4 more. So that is my dividend. I'm sorry, that is my dividend. Okay, so now I know each time he used the paint, he used 1900. So I'm going to count that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that was one time. One time of the clown doing his face. Okay, Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that was a second time he was able to paint his face. So do you see I'm counting how many groups there were, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So now he was able to paint his face 3 times. So we have 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So he was able to paint his face a 4th time. So we have 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So now he was able to paint his face again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so I took my dividend and I measured, they call it measuring up, but I kind of measured it out into the group. So how many groups do I have? I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, and 6 groups. So the clown can use this paint 6 times. He can make 6 groups of 1900ths. So that would be my answer. Okay, let's look at my next problem. This problem says, Anna has 1 1200th pounds of butter. She has 8 big bags of popcorn. If she pours an equal amount of butter on each bag, how much butter will each bag get? Okay, so what's being divided? What's my dividend? The butter, right? That's a lot of butter. And she's going to divide this butter into 8 bags. That's 8 groups pretty much. What I don't know is the number in each group. Or for this problem, the number in each bag. That's what we don't know. We know how many groups there are. There's going to be 8 groups or 8 bags, but we don't know the number in each bag. So that would be called my dealing strategy, when I'm going to take what I have and deal it out into 8 groups. Okay, so what do we have? We have 1 whole, because this time I boxed in my dividend. I have 1 whole. She has that whole thing of butter. And then she also has 1200ths. So that's what she has. Okay, so we're going to pass this out into 8 bags. So remember my shortcut? I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each bag got 10, and then the rest I don't have enough, so now I'm going to have to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how much popcorn did each bag get? I only have to look at 1 bag. So bag 1 got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it got, each bag got 10 and then 4 more, so 1400ths of a pound of butter. So that is my answer. So that's the trick here, is you're going to have to know which strategy to use and why. Okay, so let's look at them together. We're on page 286, and here's our first problem. It says, Matt has 1 8600th pounds of nails. If each of his projects requires 0 3100th pounds of nails, how many projects can he complete? Okay, so ready? So what's he have that he's going to divide? He's going to be dividing his nails. And he's going to divide them into groups of 3100ths. What doesn't he know is how many projects can he complete. He doesn't know how many groups he can make. That's what he's missing, is the number of groups. He knows how many he has. He knows how many he needs in each group for a project, but he doesn't know how many groups he can have. So for this problem, what strategy did we use? We're going to use the measuring up strategy. So we're going to highlight 1 8600ths. So that would be 1 whole. And 86. I'm going to say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 86. Okay, so that's what he has. And he knows each project needs 31. So let's see how many projects he can make. So he has, I can just count kind of this whole row is going to be 10, 20, 30, and 1. So I can kind of take a shortcut on that first one. So there's enough 31 hundredths. There's enough for one group. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so make sure you're not getting off somewhere. That is 31. So now he's made 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that row is going to be 18, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. So we have 3 groups so far. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus those 10s, 17. Plus those 10s, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4 groups now. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. I'm guessing this is going to be 6. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so how many groups do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Matt has enough nails to make 6 groups or 6 projects. Okay, let's do one more together. Jillian has filled the lawnmower with 0 54 gallons of gasoline. If she can mow the lawn 3 times before she runs out of gas, how much gasoline does she use each time she mows the lawn? Okay, so what's being divided? Our gasoline. And it's being divided into 3 groups. We want to know how much is in each group, the number in each group. Because we know she's going to use it 3 times before she runs out of gas, but we don't know how much she'll use each time. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use the dealing out strategy. So we're going to box in 54 hundredths. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then it's 54. So I have 5 full lines and then 4. Okay, so we could use the shortcut on part of this. We need to divide it into 3 groups. So 1, 2, 3. And then I don't have enough to do another row. So now I have to actually go individual. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? So let's see her first time, how much did she get? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So each time there was 18 hundredths used. So that is our quotient. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so refer back to lesson 9 and 10 if you need some help deciding which one is which. Have a good day. Bye.